Welcome to Lesson 1, Building a Household Budget. So why do we do this? Having a budget is like having a GPS in your hand. It tells you where you currently are, and it can also help you get to where you want to go. Let's say you want to save money for a car, or the holidays, or a family vacation. Setting a budget can show you what you need to do to make that happen. So what do you do first? You start by making a record of what money you currently take home every month. Now, notice that take-home pay doesn't mean the same thing as a salary or wages, since you probably take home less money than your salary after items such as taxes are deducted. Second, make a record of all the things that you pay that stay the same every month. Examples here would include monthly rent or mortgage payment for your home, a payment for your car, insurance and tax escrow, and other debt payments like student loans or credit cards. We might label these in our budget as fixed expenses because they don't change month to month. Third, record the things you pay for each month even though they change a bit, like groceries, childcare, energy phone bills, gas and transportation, even entertainment and eating out at a restaurant. We'd call these variable expenses because even though you pay them each month, you don't know exactly how much they're going to be every month. They vary. To see a sample budget, click on the resources link at the end of the video. Now, I've found that to build a complete household budget, it may take you a full month of recording all your purchases, since things tend to come up that we sometimes forget about. And the only way to catch these things is to track our expenses for a full month. Once you have a month's worth of budget information written down, it should show all the money you take home and all the money you send out the door to pay for things. And now you can do the most important step on your household budget because you've got something actually very useful. And that is, you can use these to start to think about your priorities in the timing of bills you pay. Okay, so now you're ready for step 2, which is putting your household budget to use. What happens next after you've built your household budget for a month? That's when the fun begins, because now you've got some important thinking and analysis to do. Let's try an exercise with the expenses you've recorded. You can sort your expenses into categories. To begin, try to assign each expense to one of just 3 categories for now. Category 1, this is the needs. You have to pay for these. These include things like housing, groceries, transportation to work, and childcare. Category 2, these are important things that you need some of, but that you can have more or less of in any given month. This might be money for a party to mark special occasions, some money to celebrate time together with friends and family. It might include contributions to your church or a not-for-profit you care about. And in category 3, these are nice but not necessary things that you could really survive just fine without. Often, after building a budget over a month, we are surprised that quite a few category 3, the nice but not necessary items, snuck into our shopping cart every week. They all seemed so small at the time, but over the course of a month, when you put them into your budget, you find they really add up to real money. After you've made categories for your first month's household budget, you can try 2 more steps with your household budget. First, you can use your first month's budget to set priorities and limits for future spending. If you decide to prioritize another use for your money, like starting a business, for example, you may be able to eliminate or at least reduce a few of the items from category 3, at least for some time. Knowing how big your category 3 is could be the key to knowing where to reduce expenses in your household budget. And while category 1, remember those are the needs, and category 2, remember those are the important things, they probably have to stay the same in the future. The question is, can you reduce the category 3, the nice but not entirely necessary, by 1/2 next month? And what about the month after that? Once you have a 1-month base of information, you can set goals for future spending and continue to keep track of your spending. The act of setting goals and tracking spending may be just the right tool you need to take charge of your financial future. Now, we've talked about budgeting and tracking your household finances, and we're just about to talk about business budgeting and tracking, but just hold everything for a moment. Many new business owners forget to separate their business finances from their household finances, and you do not want to make this mistake. Do not do this. More positively stated, you need to open up a separate bank account for your business. Successful business owners all track their business finances apart from their personal finances. And look, I'm only telling you what your accountant or your banker will tell you sooner or later. The only way to do your taxes correctly, the only way to borrow money efficiently, the only way to grow as big as you deserve to grow is to open up a separate business bank account and to track this all separately, okay? This completes the lesson on household budgeting. And to watch the next lesson on business budgeting, click the text that follows this video or find lesson number 2 under the budgeting tab.